and not so susceptible to these bad men out here?
I mean,
That
men.
might be a question you have to ask somebody that has an actual daughter on the panel.
Yeah, I'll add to that. Go ahead, Lady Di. I want to add to that, though. I want her to go first.
So like my dad raised me, you know, before my parents divorced, but the things that he raised me when I was young still sticks with me now. So he's used me being in sports as to help me be disciplined, right? So if you play in basketball or something like that, you have to learn how to follow instruction. You have to learn how to work with a team. You have to learn how to take L's, you know, losing. You have to learn how to, you know, be happy when you win, but don't be cocky with it. You have to learn how to, like my dad, he was strict. So when I was exercising and working out before the game, he wasn't nice. He didn't smile until I shot the basketball, right? The whole time. So for a daughter, I'm talking about. He didn't have a son at the time. But for a daughter, you teach them that type of stuff because women are born spoiled. They learn how to get whatever they want because daddy gave it to me. My daddy ain't give me shit. He used to just like, you know what? You're going to earn this. You got to do this, this, and that. And that's still not good enough. That's how he raised me.
And that's why women today is becoming stronger than men. You seeing women turn masculine and men turn feminine because everybody is scared to actually address the real issue. And then your son turn out to have a dress on. And then your daughter turn out to have some shorts on, and everything is upside down because y'all think y'all white. I'm gonna be real. Y'all think y'all white. Ain't it funny how white people is literally like number 68 on the totem pole as far as being successful in America, as far as the US Census, and black people is like number 70? We literally at the bottom of the totem pole. Asian people, they support the similar culture. Indian people support a similar culture as far as what it is that I'm defining. And they are at the top of the totem pole because their kids understand the purpose. Their kids have an objective. They know that they have to do the thing that their parent told them to do. And they follow out the objective all the way to the T. We have no discipline. And that's why we continue to go out here and do whatever it is that makes us feel good. We turn into a butterfly. We can't even pick a decent curriculum in college, and we overwhelmingly involved and enrolled in liberal arts.
But Anton, you know, look who's teaching us.
Women have become men, men have become women because we think that we got a better way when in reality we don't. We have no clue on how it is that we're supposed to operate. Everybody just doing whatever it is that they feel like, and it ain't amounting to nothing.
So let me add to what Bruiser said, and it can add to what you just said also, Anton. I did whoop my kids, but I didn't run around whooping them all the time. They got a couple, and that's really all they needed. I didn't discipline my kids. I taught my kids discipline, and it's a difference. See, punishing a kid is for doing something wrong, but you got to teach them discipline so they won't do it again. You set parameters and show them what they did wrong. Like I gave my kids sex talks. I don't remember if once a year, once every 6 months or whatever, as they, depending on the age or whatever, right? And when my kids got a little older, I didn't tell them, I'm going to do this to you. I'm going to do this to you if you go do that. No, I told them what the world is going to do to them. I told them what's going on out in the world. I taught them how to discipline themselves instead of threatening to discipline them. No. So it's a big difference. And then going back to what Stephanie asked, a man teaching a child versus a woman teaching a child is like night and day. Because like I said, most of the things that women teach their children as single mothers is subconscious things like fear. Being risk avoidant. So it's the subconscious things. She's going to watch, or he's going to watch mom run around being emotional. So she's going to teach him a lot of the negative nuances of a human, not being emotionally unavailable, being dismissive, stay out of my business, a lot of these different things. So a man is more like one in tune with a child because he has a good understanding of compartmentalization. He knows how to deal with work, how to deal with other stuff, and then how to deal with a child. A lot of times with women, all of this is just all in their face. Oh, I'm so overwhelmed. What you want? What? Go sit down. Go do this, do that.
But you know, but the problem though, Mr. Let Go, is none of it matters because we not even getting married before we carry and stand together in the first place. So we can sit and we can say, well, you know, the way single mothers operate. But if we not marrying them and then having children and then dedicating our lives to making sure that those children are being raised, because once they get out your house, listen, you can go and do what you want to do. You can go get divorced. You can go. I don't care. But you, not you specifically, but people are raising their children to be menaces. And this is why I regularly say most people should not have children.
I agree with you.
Most people do not deserve to have kids because they are raising monsters and they don't even know it.
I think it should be, I don't know. I don't like using the word should, but it would make a lot of sense for it to be a law where certain people can't have kids, or certain people can't have more than one kid, or you can't have kids unless you marry the other person. And if you actually do have kids without being married, there are certain type of penalties or whatever. Because these days, women get income tax money because they have fatherless kids. But if it's the opposite, where if you don't get married, like for every year you don't get married, you owe in taxes. It'll be more men and women trying to figure this out instead of just being happy. Because like I said, women are so incentivized to stay single and to leave marriages where it doesn't really make sense for a lot of women, especially modern women, to get married. You know what I mean? But it's on the dudes too, though. But women are the most likely the custodial parents.
I think a lot of these organizations and
companies final thoughts.
I think a lot of these organizations and companies like prison systems and all that stuff, and courtrooms and family courts, I think they actually understand what's going on with single parents and specifically single mother raising kids. And in my opinion, I think they capitalize on it. I think they know that if I think family courts actually understand and well aware of the stats that if a kid is raised in a mother's household, if he's raised in a household where there's only the mother and the father's not there, I think they understand the stats and they understand that these kids are 20 times more likely to be in prison. And if they rule in favor of the mother most of the time, then there's revenue, down the road. And if you want to keep it like that, shit, just keep favoring the mother as far as custody.